Hi or welcome to our channel Persona TV. So not wasting your time, let's get start. Do you think Avatar 2 in 2022 will be a better film than Avatar? Why or why not? Avatar, The Way of Water promises a lot more lore, depth in the characters, and world building. There, I said it. I'll try to explain as holistically as possible, and everything I am speaking here is all the information we got. There's still 2 months before the release, with an official trailer close in sight. There's so much out there that we haven't got, or figured out yet. November 1st edit, the official trailer for Avatar, The Way of Water will be released tomorrow. November 23rd edit, I think this movie will speak for itself. My answer is possibly not as necessary anymore. Let's go with story. The RDA is returning a decade later, and bigger than ever before. This is not surprising as they are more than capable to travel in space to Pandora. Most importantly, they returned to attempt to colonize Pandora. They are not the only company existing now, it seems. There's rumors about another company, or mission, called Project Phoenix. Judging by the name and the fact Avatar loves for its meanings to have a physical component, it sounds like they're behind the idea of a recombination, an Avatar body with implanted memories and genetics of a deceased person. A rebirth like a phoenix rising from its ashes. Quaritch is one of those recombinations. And it seems he's not finished with Jake. I myself also think he has his own side missions to take care of, switching back and forth with his military mentality. Avatar, The Way of Water promises a lot more lore, depth in the characters, and world building. There, I said it. I'll try to explain as holistically as possible, and everything I am writing here is all the information we got. There's still 2 months before the release, with an official trailer close in sight. There's so much out there that we haven't got, or figured out yet. November 1st edit, the official trailer for Avatar, The Way of Water will be released tomorrow. November 23rd edit, I think this movie will speak for itself. My answer is possibly not as necessary. The family eventually figures out that they're not safe, possibly stalked by Quaritch. To Neytiri's dismay, they have to flee from where they once stood in the Amaticaya clan territory. They eventually run into the Medcaina clan, where Navi live with physical differences that allow them to live near the sea. A D23 excerpt. You cannot ask for this. I cannot leave my people. I will not. He is hunting us. He is targeting our family. You cannot ask this. The children, everything they've ever known, the forest. This is our home! My father gave me this bow, as he lay dying. He said to protect the people. You retard! ! This world protected the people. Quaritch's spider, that kid knows everything. I didn't know nothing, I didn't know a plan. But I can protect this family, delicately. But the danger follows them like an ocean wave. The RDA has decided to build a whole city, bridgehead, closer to the sea than on land. There are improved Scorpion helicopters, bigger dragon ships, new machines underwater, and just as importantly, seems to have figured out the existence of the Tulkun whales. These whales have a close bond with the Medcaina, have their own culture of what's right and wrong, and are at the same mental level as the Navi, highly intelligent. It sounds like they're in grave, existential danger. They all are. Cameron has said, quote, "No character is safe from tragedy." Let's discuss about characters. 1 Kiri. What you see in front of you is the poster for the sequel. Like with the first movie, you can only see the half of the character's face. This is intentional, though I don't know for what artistic reasons. You can interpret that for yourself. You can remember the important I see you symbolism from the first movie, but there's no doubt there's more to the picture than meets the eye. It is an entirely new character called Kiri, a 14-year-old Navi girl who has been adopted into Jake and Neytiri's family, consisting a total of 5 children. She is one fascinating character. She is an odd one out, because her physique is different from a normal Navi. She has 5 fingers and eyebrows just like an avatar body. With her not being the biological daughter of Jake, it now already implies that she has a different origin, the RDA/Project Phoenix, or through Iowa. It is possible that Kiri is a recombinant, or if not called that way, still the result of human hands. Alternatively, Kiri could be a natural rebirth through Iowa, with slivers of grace inside her, genetically. More below. Remember the fact that Iowa can store memories, and she wouldn't exist without unobtainium. Iowa is an alien, sentient-like, extremely powerful neuron-like ecosystem that showed its presence the most near the end of the first movie, when the wildlife suddenly started to attack the RDA with success, greatly outnumbering the clans Jake had gathered. We don't know what more Iowa can do, but with this information it is not impossible for a Navi to be more physically influenced by Iowa than another Navi, since Iowa is all around them at all times. Someone from the fanbase has pointed out that her name is most likely a shortened version of Atokirina, a jellyfish-looking wood sprite from the Tree of Souls that the Navi believe to be spirits. One recent theory came forth that says that Kiri might be born underwater, entirely naturally by Iowa. She doesn't have biological parents. She is a seed that fell from the tree, figuratively and literally. By making her more unique as a Navi being, Iowa added slivers of grace into her mind and vocal cords. Another fan pointed out that Kiri's facial markings look like tree branches, and the rest of her markings on her body seem to look like a mix of the Metcaina and Amaticaya, swirlier and slightly more aquatic looking. This theory would also explain the fact that she is shown to be able to breathe much more easily naturally, compared to the rest of her siblings who are just learning to dive underwater. All of this compiled together. She has to have some connection with the title, right? What will she figure out about the oceans of Pandora, if she is underwater in the poster herself? How far ahead will she be from others? But not only is she physically out there, Sigourney Weaver, who plays as the teenager, always mentions that she is quite different when it comes to her personality, the worldview she is integrating as the saga progresses. In Sigourney's own words, she is someone who is very emotional and dislikes any kind of injustice, possibly sharing some pacifist views. Now think back to how hostile the RDA and Pandora together can be, ever since these forces met each other and Jake going against his intel mission. In one of the scenes shown at D23 a month ago, Kiri is shown to be inside a laboratory, most likely Hell's Gate, one of the locations from the first movie, in front of an avatar tank. This tube is for developing avatar bodies, obviously. She also sees the digital screen of Grace, where she is talking about how fascinating and intelligent Iowa really is, though she somehow doesn't want to call it intelligence. Inside the tank is implied to be Grace's avatar, for reasons unknown right now. Why would she be preserved? Viewers were left to assume that Grace's human and avatar bodies were buried in the ground in the first movie. Kiri calls her mother. It turns out she is not alone in the room. A human boy, Spider, and one of the Sully brothers, either Natiam or Loak, is also there. They make fun of Kiri's inspection, clumsily suggesting she is the love child of Grace and Norm to no avail. With Kiri's dry sense of humor eerily reminiscent of the deceased exobotanist, Grace, she replies, "I would rather kill myself. I would drink acid. With this, I like to believe that she'll go through one hell of a self-discovery journey in the middle of a war. It doesn't end here though. There exists a clever theory out there, that Kiri and Quaritch will be the polar opposites yet meeting each other consistently. Before understanding these two people, you'll need to understand Grace first. Loak, It seems that some of the Sully children will be more central in the story, or at the very least in one of the movies, though that conclusion is still a bit too wild. One of them that has got the most press is Loak, Jake's second-born son. For a good reason too. One of the working titles for the third or fourth movie is called Avatar, the Tulkun Rider. The title will definitely be different in the end, but it does give more information about where they're heading for in the future. A teeny bit. The Tulkun whales are Pandorian whales that can grow to up to 300 feet / 91 meters. That is huge. Not only that, they can communicate with the Navi through sign language, and have their own sophisticated culture. The Metkayina clan and the whales treat each other like equals who just have slightly different worldviews that don't need to be the polar opposite. In fact, they celebrate their connection through the Tulkun celebration, where the Metkayina Navi figure out their spirit brother, sister, who are believed to be the whales. The whales have something they call the Tulkun way, killing begets more killing, even if justified. This in great contrast to the ongoing war that forces some Navi clans to fight back, even if their already set up rules are against that. As expected, Loak befriends one such whale after being knocked out unconscious. It is implied the whale saved his life. His name is Tulkun, and he is a youngling that doesn't seem to conform to the culture he was born into. In one of the D23 scenes, it is implied that Tulkun killed whoever attacked him first in self-defense. The other Tulkuns shunned him out for breaking the killing rule. It has also been confirmed that the Sea Wasp's improved Scorpion helicopters are used for spotting the Tulkun. This already gives us a clue to Loak's personality. Someone who wants to find his own way for the benefit of himself and all the others. A logical yet playful mind that is never submissive without reason. Jake, although much more cynical and compliant, still listened to himself though at the worst timing. Loak seems to take a lot of his father, and that is meant to be his positive, strong side. How will this elevate him further in the saga? We'll see when it hits December. Another clue to Loak's character development is the director's words, "It is a boy and his dog kind of story." The recombinations. Not only Quaritch will have to deal with the fact that he is in the body of his enemy, but so do the other recombinations. All of them were past soldiers who are the most respected in the Desais, including Jake's archenemy. This is most likely why they are given a new chance, a rebirth. Upon awakening, they'll probably be greeted with hopeful messages about their humans on Earth by the scientists, and that it is now their job to take part in colonizing Pandora. But I think they'll eventually go through an uncomfortable time in life, or even highly emotional, where they're not sure what their identity is anymore. Unsure of what exactly they're doing anymore. Being confronted with the fact that Pandora is simultaneously a hell and a paradise, depending on where they stand. And here is another just as important issue: will the RDA treat them differently? Will they eventually be treated like animals once they're loyal enough, in spite of being human? Will the RDA see them as non-human, so they would be treated badly just like to the native Navi? So thanks for today. Support to our channel and subscribe it. Thank you, see you in next.